ban tourists from interacting with big cats like lions in South Africa. Now that's the renewed call from the Endangered Wildlife Trust after a child was attacked earlier this month.
The toddler is now fighting for her life after a lioness clawed at her through a fence at the Weltevrede Lion Farm in Heilbron. Yanke Tolme reports.
An activity that draws hordes of tourists. The opportunity to interact or even play with big cats. But this does not only pose a danger to humans, but animals as well.
These are not conservation initiatives that are being undertaken, and I think the South African public needs to be aware of that. If you go into these captive facilities, you're not supporting conservation. And that's the first point. The second point is that these animals are habituated to humans, these captive animals, because they're raised with people throughout their lifetime, as I've said, from bottle feeding to walking with them. So they've lost that innate fear of human beings, which does result in more injuries from captive animals than wild animals.
The animals also have an uncertain future, including the possibility of being hunted for trophies. The environmental group wants strict regulations to ensure the welfare of the captive big cats, including the banning of tourist interactions, especially with cubs.
Those cubs are taken away from their mothers at a very, very young age. And that's done specifically to bring the female into season again so that they can breed her more regularly. But that places a huge amount of stress on that female. It also places a huge amount of stress on the cubs. So you've got these little, almost newborn animals that are supposed to be sleeping for large portions of the day that are being handled, and handled by children. So they get dropped, they get bruised.
As it stands, there are no rules to ensure public safety at the over 300 captive facilities in South Africa that allow for interactions. At least 40 people have been injured or killed at these captive carnivore facilities since 1996. Yanke Tolme, Johannesburg.